On today's video, I've got a set of irons that I think might be the most forgiving player's irons in the muscle back category, a fully forged iron from Maltby. This is the TS4. Maltby is a direct-to-consumer brand that I've had a lot of fun with here on the channel this spring. I really enjoyed their TS1 IMs. I also played with the KE4 Max. Quality to value is basically unmatched with this brand. A full set of these irons, and I've got 5 through gap wedge here today. A full set is only going to run you $489 to start, and for that price they'll also custom build them to your specs. Today we're going to play 9 holes of golf here at Carrollwood. I'm going to set an over-under of +or-2. I've been playing some good golf here, so there's no excuse not to at least hit that score. Let's first take a look at the TS4 and what makes them special. Beautiful looking club, I think. This is a fully forged club, as you can see there down at the bottom. And one thing I really love, it's similar to my irons, my Adels that I play, is you've got some milling here on the heel that's going to hopefully promote some nice turf interaction. A very clean look to this set. You've got a little embossed Maltby logo there. You've got the TS4 and you've got the number stamped on the club and nothing else. It's super clean. Looking down at address, it's a huge looking face to me for a forged muscle back club. This is about as big of a face as you're going to see, and there is a little bit of offset built into these clubs. It's not egregious, but it's more than some blades out there for sure. From heel to toe though, looks very long to my eyes. Also pretty deep, if you ask me. Now in my hand here is the 8 iron, and inside of this club, all the way down to the 4 iron, is going to be a co-forged piece of tungsten weight, which is going to help these clubs get a little bit more lift by lowering the center of gravity. That's a nice little game improvement addition to a club like this. They've got something called CNC multi-groove technology, which basically places more grooves on the face for improved consistency. I count 18 grooves there. Take a look at your own clubs and tell me, is it the same for you as well? Now the irons that I'm testing here today are a personal set from our friend Stu in Arizona. So Stu let me borrow his personal clubs. Thank you, Stu, so we could do this review. And he's got KBS C-Taper Light 110 gram stiff shafts on these. Let's put them to the test and get to work. All right, first hole here's a short par 4. I'm gonna try to play as many irons as possible here today. And so the longest iron that Stu's got in the bag here is a 5 iron. That's what we're gonna play with off this tee box. This is about a 345 hole from where we're playing. Let's see what kind of distance we can get out of this thing. Looking down at it, nice and big. I think having a little thicker top line makes the overall appearance of this club a little bigger, but it looks big from heel to toe as well. Ooh, that felt good. That went very high. That went like 7 iron height for me. Let's measure it and see how far it actually went. We've got 183, and that was struck very well, I would say, in the middle. The lofts in these clubs are a bit more towards the traditional side, sitting at 23 degrees at the 4 iron, at the pitching wedge 45.5 degrees, I believe, and the 7 iron 33 degrees. So they are not going to be super pressed lofts in any way. You're gonna have to generate more of your own power here, but a lot of people like that. And they like to look down at the number on the club and remember the good old days, I guess. So let's see what we've got to the pin. We're gonna have a little longer shot than normal, seeing as we went 5 iron off that tee. We've got 174, and I think into this wind, we know it's at least gonna be a 6 iron here. There's your 6 iron down at address. Like I said, all these clubs have a real long profile to them. And that is pulled, heading towards the bunker. Yep, it's right in the sand. I'd say I had the distance right there at least, so it looks to be pin high. You always gotta take away the positives. Now in terms of the feel and the sound, after a couple shots there with the longer irons, I would say good. I would say good. Now I've heard people raving about these clubs on the forums in terms of this is the best feeling club they've ever felt, better than a Miura, better than a Mizuno, that sort of thing. I'm probably gonna disagree on that. I don't think it's that good. I think it's good, but again, maybe not great for me at least. And of course it's subjective, but I've got to give you my honest opinion. I've got a very, very challenging shot here. My stance is not going to be easy. Ugh. That went absolutely flying. I knew it was never going to be easy, but we're going to be chipping again here, coming back off the back of this green. Bogey would be a good number right now. Okay, we escaped there with a 5. Should have been better, middle of the fairway, and hey, all we can do is move on to the next one here. We've got a longer par 4, so I am going to pull out the driver here. It's about 395. All right, we caught the sand here, and that's what we're looking at, a little uphill shot, 147. That wind is pretty stiff in my face right now. I'd say it's maybe not a full club, but most of a club. So we're going to go 7-iron here. Caught that one a little heavy, probably 30 yards short of this flagstick. I've got the 50-degree wedge in hand. Let's see if we can control distances here. I'm going to try to bounce it right into the top of this hill, and hopefully it releases. I hit my landing spot. It did not release. It did not release, but it's nice to be able to do what you want to do. So we'll chip with it again here. Nice control. So we're already on our number with some pretty poor play, but we are heading to a par 3. It'll give us a chance to hopefully make this up. All right, 149 is the number. That means we're gonna go 8-iron here. Still a little wind in our face here, so I gotta hit this. And I think I did. I mean, it got up in the air so high. Oh, from here at least, it looks really close. For a second, I thought it was going in the hole. But, you know, it's one of those things, maybe you walk up there and it's not as close as it seems. Now, I felt a little more of that nice feel that everyone's talking about on that shot. But still, overall, I'd give it like a B+, a strong B+ in terms of feel for a forged iron at least. I still think there's a few in the category that are a little better. I'd go Ping Blueprint. I'd probably say, what else would I say? Oh, I just tried those Ben Hogans. Those are at the top of the list probably. And even the TS1 IMs from Maltby, I think, at least on par in terms of feel, and that's not a fully forged club either. So yeah, feels good, feels good. I'm not gonna go and say great. In terms of spin, that's about as good as it gets. Here's my pitch mark with an 8-iron. I only rolled out, I'd say 13 inches would be if I had my measure. It's just outside of a foot. But really, really good stopping power there. Okay, it's birdie time, isn't it? Come on, we need it. Oh, it took a weird right here. It just bounced to the right. I can't believe that one. I can't believe it. I thought it was in the hole easy. Well, we're going to a par 4. If we keep hitting them in that tight, we're bound to make a couple birdies. So got to keep our chin up and press forward. Right, this is perfect because we have a terrible lie here in the rough. Here's a look at the sole and the leading edge of this club. It's a highlight for me. You've got that milling on the bottom, which is going to promote good turf interaction. And then you've got this sole relief here on the leading edge, which is also going to help you cut through just a little bit better. Things always sound great on paper, but we got to see how it works in real life. 133, wind in the face, 9-iron in hand, bad lie. Let's see how we do. Well, I'd say it got through the turf pretty easy. It didn't turn my club over at all, which I kind of expected. And I left it out to the right because I expected that club face to turn, and it definitely did not do that. So I'd say there's definitely something to it, but bad news is we got to chip again. Well, we did so good chipping with this 50-degree wedge last time. Let's try it again here. Yeah, that's gonna be cozy. All right, we're heading to the par 5. All right, we're 235 out. I'm gonna get a 5-iron here to get us into position. I hit that one off the toe, and that was an extremely forgiving result because it went straight. Definitely gonna have lost some yards, but if you knew where I hit that, which is right here, right there, that was a very, very forgiving result. These really may be, in this category of clubs, the most forgiving I've ever tried for a fully forged muscle back. All right, 65 yards. Let's see if we can knock one tight, get that birdie. I think we're gonna have a real good crack at it, guys, again. All right. This is 4 feet. The only thing is it's downhill, a little right to left. Just had to touch it. And if I missed it, it was gone, but that is a birdie. We are back to 1 over, so sitting a lot better all of a sudden. Well, we're 138 out. We've got a little bit of tree trouble here, so we get to test workability. I've got to control my trajectory and try to draw in a 9-iron, which is not easy. These types of clubs, though, should be easier. Let's find out. Oh, yes. Wow, that was perfect. It's right on line. It's just a little left of the pin. I might have hit it too far. That was spectacular control and shot shaping. I narrowly missed this branch, and that was kind of my target, to just almost graze it, and that's exactly what happened. And when you can control it, that's what a player needs out of his irons. That was really awesome to see. And I think I'm starting to understand the feel situation, because it felt really good, but it's more of a firm feel. It's not that soft, super compressed feel that you feel from other irons. It's more solid, like hitting a home run off a baseball bat, I would say. So I do get it. Maybe not my preference, but I do get it. And I don't know, is that a green in regulation? I mean, you'd think it's kind of on the fringe, but it's actually a little lower right here in this little half moon. How crazy is that? Let me know down below, green and reg or not. I don't know, you call it. I'm putting it either way. Oh, come on, come on. Oh, I thought we had that one. But I'll tell you what, that might be the shot that just won me over. When a club can do and respond exactly as you want it to, that's when you've got a really spectacular iron on your hands. And it just did that for me. So, you know, we got 3 more holes to play. I don't rank these clubs until the end, but I like them a lot more after that hole. All right, 142. We've got the wind behind us now a little bit. We've turned on this course, so I'm gonna go 9-iron, see if we can get there. I think I did. It's left of the pin. Pulled it a bit. That was just a case of overswinging. I often pull them when I try to swing a little too hard. Okay, par 5 here. We're still only 1 over, so we're in good shape. Now this hole has absolutely killed me lately. I double bogeyed this on my best round a couple of videos ago. If you missed that one, I'll put a link to it here, by the way. It was just such a cool experience out here on the golf course, but that was a great drive. So no excuses right now. Middle of the fairway, I'd be a fool to do anything except take this nice forgiving 5-iron and just get us down the fairway. That was another one off the toe, by the way. It still flew really straight. Yeah, I think these are absolutely the most forgiving forged muscle back design clubs I've played with this year. And that's saying a lot, because there's some really good ones out there. Well, we're sitting right here at 100. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm driving this camera up so we can see where this thing finishes and how it reacts on the green. Oh, that looks good. That was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? All right, we've got ourselves a birdie putt here. This would be sweet. Yes. There it is. That is redemption. And we are back to even with these clubs. All is right in the world. Double bogeyed that hole last time I played it, got the birdie back right there. Woo, I'm feeling good. I'm gonna hit my drive here and then we're gonna rank these clubs. That was tattooed. All right, well, you know I like to rank clubs on 5 criteria. The first one is going to be distance. Now for me, in this players category, I would give these clubs a 4 out of 5. And a big reason for that is the fact that on mishits, you still get a lot of distance out of them that you probably shouldn't and you wouldn't with other clubs in this category. So 4 is a real strong number here. In terms of forgiveness, yeah, I'm giving them a full 5 out of 5. I think it's a very forgiving club again for where this club sits in the market. So great job. In terms of workability, well, boy, it was on display here today a couple times. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a 5 out of 5. In terms of aesthetics, which is looks, feel, and sound, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Again, I think the feel is good, but for me, it's just not my particular preference. The sound is also good, not amazing, and the looks are pretty darn clean, and minimal badging is nice. And I really like that milling on the heel, but I just like a few more clubs in this category just a bit better. In terms of value, well, heck, at $489, it doesn't get any better than that for a set of golf clubs. And it's a set that you can customize to your taste as well. Love that about Maltby. I hope you enjoyed this video. Wish me luck as we try to make a par here and go even par for the day, which would be kind of miraculous for the start we had. Definitely a testament to these clubs. And here's my final score for them as well. We've got about 85 yards here. I'm gonna go lob wedge. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video on this channel. I'll catch you back here next time on another edition of Let's Play Through.